Hello everybody, hi, welcome back to my video. So, remember when I said, yeah, Wednesday's gonna be my busy day? That was today. So we better roll the intro because I need to go to this movie quick and go to my appointment, so roll the intro then. I was a girl in the village doing alright, then became a princess overnight, now I gotta figure out how to do it right. So much to learn and see. Up in the castle with my new family. In school that's just for royalty. A whole enchanted world is waiting for me. It's gonna be my time to show 'em all that I'm Sofia the First. So yeah, I had to watch this when I woke up and then went to do this. My dress for not doing my jammies. I don't know if I've done any videos in my jammies. Unless they look like regular clothes, but aside from that I haven't. Maybe with my bomb jammies on, but I left the top as a nice shirt. I think I've done that once or twice. But yeah, anyways, so we're going to move on from that. So anyways, Sofia is doing so. Mr. Cedric and said, I need your help with homework assignment. Oh, that's great. He's doing this. Pacing back and forth. Why is he doing that? Why does a person need to be like pacing back and forth? I mean, some men, they do that when they're talking on the phone. When I was younger and could actually walk good, I used to do that. Now I just sit down and go, yep, sounds good, alright, bye. No, that's some people. I talk on the phone longer than that. Though I'm talking to businesses, I go, hey, what's up? I remember my dad was just looking to see if any places here in town did dreadlocks. And when he would call me, hey man, you do dreadlocks at Jamaican style, man? I was like, oh. They go, can you repeat that? Dreadlocks at Jamaican style, man. I was like, oh boy, this is funny. Yeah. After that last joke, that's some of the stuff he would do there. It's funny. Yeah. I hope y'all liked the last joke I did last night. If not, you should watch that. That was very funny. But anyways, yeah, so, she says that we need, dwindle dust. My teacher says it's super powerful and we need help from a sorcerer. You. It goes, yes, dwindling the teacher, shrinking sorcerer. No. We use the dwindle dust on the watermelon, and you are the sorcerer who shrinks the watermelon, not you shrink. I hope he doesn't mess up and thinks he needs to shrink the castle. Because what I hear, maybe I'm wrong, dwindle dust, I don't think it takes people. So if you shrink the castle to the size of a grape, that'd be bad. No one's gonna mess this up, not even Cedric. And I don't think he messes up very many spells. Magic is difficult. I'll put it that way. So she asked, are you okay? No, I'm not. My sister's coming to visit. Oh, fun. No, Sophia, not fun at all. Then Callista, wasn't she and the girl that was stealing stuff and gone with the one? I thought she was still supposed to be in prison for another at least 18 years. Didn't I say that in the last movie or something? Okay, nobody got arrested in that movie for anything. I don't know about more work on it recently, but I can't believe it. Okay, moving on from that. So she goes here and she goes, Uncle Steady, Sophia. Then said, where's your mother? Oh, did she decide to stay home? Don't worry, dear brother, I made it. And said, so how long have you been staying with Miss Cordelia? A few days? Oh no, it'll take quite some time for our castle to go under renovation. They should be here for weeks, maybe even months. Is Roland okay with them moving in? I assume he's fine with it. I'm sure Cedric told him. It's Roland's castle, so I'm sure he's okay with it. And we'll find out later. So anyways, she said, don't you know a simple ironing spell? I know 5 of them. Man, is this something with his family about the ironing spells? Because I remember when I reviewed Mystic Meadows, he did the same. Didn't Goodwin say the same thing in that episode? Yeah. So anyways, Cedric said, I'll take your luggage. And she takes it. No. We got, tons of things, like magical little knickknacks, robes, and magic beers. I don't want them dropped and broken. He says, hold on, no, I know I shouldn't throw them back your bags, but I know a better one. Want to say some luggage? Well, I got a spell for that. It'll zoom around the room just like an acrobat. Feel free to cheer and gush. I got the magic touch. Well, you may know some spells and charms. Do not do one. While I am the best, hold on, I'm near done. Why must you always rush? My brilliant magic touches. Wave your wand, chant your charm. Just do it far from me. What is wrong with Cordelia? Why does she not like Cedric? He's a good brother. He's done nothing wrong to her that I know of. I don't think he has. And then, he goes, I'm the royal sorcerer and I demand respect. And she drops all the stuff on him from when it even has Cordelia's hat. She got last episode from Rolling. She goes, let's be real with you in charge and place will end up wrecked. I'm certain of this much. You have no magic touch. She goes, she always wants to put me down even right before the king. And there's a reporter Roland says, her chance when she was like, don't think I can't do a thing. And Sofia, because they're hugging, she gets a funny spell to fold out the girls towards her with the luggage. And Cedric opens up a door and puts all the luggage in. Cordelia opens up the other one, sets down the luggage in Callista's room, including a magic mirror. This is called, I didn't mention this, I don't know why I forget to do this. This is Sofia First WTF Moment, Season 4, Episode 8. 9. 8 or 9, I forgot. Gone with the, what was the last one I did with Callista? Through the Looking Back Glass. Now, a lot of you are like, isn't that similar to the third Alice in Wonderland? No, I'm not butchering that with the second. The first one was a dream. The second's real. It's live action, but it is real. The first one was a dream. So, the third, if we're going in chronological order correctly, I am, as you know, in the third Alice in Wonderland, Through the Looking Back Glass. Exactly. I know, it's very similar. So, this is not the same one, because as we've seen the Sans Rise of Red, the Looking Back has a little handheld mirror that you can see the past with it, or even the future. Now, this is similar. It's a big, regular-sized mirror, and it is, through the Looking Back. It's another Looking Back Glass, but not the one from Alice in Wonderland. So, just so there's no confusion. So, she says, wash up for dinner. And then says, so Calista, be your room, and said, and I'll see you at dinner. And said, this will be just like the old days, Cedric. Well, that's what I'm afraid. What do you mean? Oh, it should be, doing it should be, taking my workshop, tell me not to trim my feet early or cut my hair my way. Oh, this is like, the humiliation. And Calista Prunkle said, I wish Molly wasn't so hard on him. I'm with Callista. So you go tell Cordelia that he's a great sorcerer, and is that Cordelia's room? Hold on, backups. That's Cordelia. Her hair is green and spiky. She's wearing a wig. And says, what are you guys doing? Can't sorcerer in their privacy? Yes, we're sorry. And Roland can say, oh, girls, you're okay now. Oh, what's Calista doing here? So I'm pretty sure he knows. And said, we just wanted to tell Miss Cordelia Cedric, and we saw her hair. Ooh, yeah, I think I can explain. Multiple people know Cordelia wears a wig. Confirm. Why is she wearing it if everybody knows this? Maybe only a handful of people know this. What would be really weird is if she knew Auntie Bess. I forgot to mention that when all those people are laughing and starts casting spells in the first Season 4 episode, I don't remember if it's Uncle Roy or Uncle Walter we see, who is part of Dax's family, who haven't seen each other in 100 years. So this guy's dead, right? Maybe somebody that looks like him? I don't know. So anyways, he tells him it was before Cordelia's Sorcerer's Ball, a super fancy party on a Sorcerer's 10th birthday. Probably like a Sweet 16 or Quinceañera. I don't know. If you're in England, please tell me if y'all do those on 10, like the 10 Heights. The 10 Heights. I don't know what it's called. A Quinceañera, Sweet 16, I don't know if it's called the 10 Heights. If it is, that's a miracle. I don't know. Tell me, please, if you're from England. As y'all know, my coach who inspired the series, it's always a tribute to H. Liam, also known as Liam Edwards, is in England. So, pretty cool. Maybe in Australia they call it the 11 twos, the terrible 11s. Like the terrible twos, because it's 1 and 1, so it's a 2. Moving on from that. So it said, young Cordelia is about to make her grand entrance before, and then, Your Majesty, oh, don't tell me, the elf situation again? We haven't heard about that since the Baker King. Dang. Now, before you think, I don't think the elf situation got something to do with the tree of the elves world, because the elf situation was before the road was being done. So, we don't know what the elf situation is. Now, if I were to say, this is the part of the episode to say, these are the questions we never get the answers to, but we do later on this season. Next episode, I thought, when I first was watching this, I was pretty sure, but I guess I'm wrong, I thought Too Cute to Spook was next, but it's not. Princess Jade is next. Now, if it doesn't come in the next 10 episodes, something's wrong. Because I know they said weeks or months, but I don't think it was that far away. It couldn't be. So anyways, and I'm going to explain something about that in the next episode. And I might give out some sentences, because some people aren't nice. Being a witch is not mean. I can just send people flying on brooms and go, That's not what it means. Indigo thinks that's what it means, clearly. And maybe Lucinda used to. Louie and Lucinda are not that way. Indigo, on the other hand, is a little... Let's just say she's a little creepy, and I don't know why anyone wants to be friends with that psycho. I mean, she's a bad witch, but she's not like Vor and Shrieky. She's never murdered anyone. And let's hope that's not her agenda of things to do. I'm 21, I'm a bad witch. What should I do? I'm old enough to start murdering people. I don't think that's what she's going to do. Hopefully. Oh, God. The next season's coming up soon, and everybody's going to be a little bit older. Can that just mean better magic? Better at spell? I wonder if Lily or Indigo had her coordination now. I don't know. I have no clue about that. I mean, I've never read the handbook. I think a witch of R would have to have it already, but I don't know. So moving on from that. You know, so they say they don't know what the incident was, and Calista said, I know how. The looking back glass. So she said she got it for her birthday. That's okay. So they ask, you know, how does it work? So it says, show what you can say things happened a long, long time ago. Like, Cordelia's sorcerer's ball. And said, and that's all, take my hand. Into reflecto. And they're in the ball and said, well, there's my grandfather, can go on the first nerve, and there's my dad as a kid. Hey, Dad, over here. Oh, my gosh. If you tell your parents as a kid, hey, Mom, or hey, Dad, over here, I'd be like, I'm nobody's dad. That's weird. I mean, you can't say, hey, Roland II, over here. My name's Princess Sofia. You don't know me, but I know about you. Something else. But so they can't see us. No one can. That's how looking back glass works. So then, I don't know if you can go in the looking glass from Alice in Wonderland. I don't remember that's like the third one. It's been a long time. I know in Princess, not Princess, it's not even the movie. The Descendants Rise of Red, the fourth Descendants, I know they can look, but I've never seen anyone use it to go back in time. I don't know if that's how that one works. That's how this one works, though. And you don't physically go back in time. You can see everything like you're there, but you're not there. Like a simulation, we could say. Simulation, that's how I'll do it. Like the Wing Simulator. It's not real. From time to time, it's not real. This one's not. This is what's happening in real time, but it's a long time ago. No one can see them. So, yeah, like a simulation, I guess. That's the right word to use. So they see Cedric and Cordelia getting ready for a ball, and she goes, oh, Cedric, you're a genius. You're best sorcerer to ask for. Dang. And this is something that we mentioned later on. Through the party, they say, is Denton? It says, no, that's just my Aunt Tilly. Until he goes, has a crown, goes, on poetry, and goes, this party is whiz bang. That's Tilly for you. I guess that's been our life. And they says, that is not the kind of behavior we expect from our future queen. And she just jumps around and says, but Tilly never became queen. And let me explain that in the episode with her and Sir Bobby's wedding. I'll explain that. Oh, God, I don't like that episode. Hey, can't they change it? Amber is not the right person to be ruling Enchantia. Neither is James. It should be Sophia. Not your age, because she's smart. Oh, I guess royal advisor's good. I mean, if Amber is doing something wrong, Sophia can't advise against it. Giving advice is easy. Taking is the hard part. So moving on from that, she bumps into a table and says, "Oh, I'm still a little nervous." He says, "Don't worry, Cordelia. This will be a sorcerer's ball no one will forget." Why mention bumping a table? You'll see. So he cast a spell, purple smoke serum, and he tried it again, and it turned white, and her hair became all spiky and white. And goes, "I know. Look, it's quite fabulous, isn't it?" Let's see. I don't think that's the word I used. It's different, and I think I was gonna forget that. I said, "No. What happens? Like, how can you do this to me? I can fix it." And her grits, "Doctors make it worse." And she went to cry Mr. Goodwin, or Goodwin the Great, and then says, "Hey, well, not much of a sorcerer, is he?" That's Auntie Bess, who's been dead for 100 years. Is this someone that looks similar? Or if she died? Or can Cedric see ghosts? Which is it? I don't know. So he goes, "Ooh, not much of a sorcerer, is he? Oh, he's a little bungler. Nothing like his father. Never stop saying those things. Oh, Merlin's mushrooms." That's what made Cedric turn evil? Oh my God. I didn't expect that at all. So I said, "Did you see that?" And Mr. said, "I can't believe I just saw it." And Cedric said, "Believe it." "Cedric, did you see everything?" "I saw everything. The worst thing, it wasn't my fault." "So I mean, you saw I could cast a smoke stream perfectly the first time." Said, "There's no way I could have messed up, but everyone will always believe it was my fault." Then said, "That day has haunted my life for all these years, just as haunted your mother's." That's terrible. So he says, "Well, Sophia, I think it's high time we tackle that homework assignment." Cordelia's messing up his workshop and says, "I'm just tired of your workshop. So I can't really find anything. How disorganized you keep this place." May he keeps it organized to him. "So where do I put my eyes on you? Which are new? Did you have which eyes to drive? Where are new parts? Eyes go eyes. Newt goes with Newt." I think that's your decision. So then he says, I'm hesitant, says, I mean, because your place are underorganized, why do I have trouble casting spells? "I cast a lot of spells. I'm not help Princess Sophia with her homework." And says, "Grape seeds. Where are my grape seeds?" "Over there in that drawer." Oh God. I don't want to review this episode. Pugs crawling over Cedric. Oh my gosh. It says that's where I feature creepy critters, and he casts a spell to get them off of him. Why do you even have that? Being a sorcerer is not for me if you have to have creepy critters. No, I mean, they're creepy, alright, dang. So, they says, "Cordelia, your tying up is causing me problems that I can't help Princess Sophia." "Oh, well, I can help if you'd like." "Now, yes, Mr. Cedric." Said, "Here's a grape seed there." And Cliff says, "Twice as much as it needs." "So I'll give you her hair, or I got her." Point down the string and says, "Both of you, please. Okay, do you want to do this? I'll be happy to." "Nah, if I get first." And they're, shh. And said, "Both of you, please stop doing this. Very powerful." And they just dumped the whole bottle on the. Oh my God, they said, "Now for the magic words." And they both say it and say, something wrong. "Well, of course, you're here." "That's it, Cordelia. I'm through with your insults. I'm leaving." "Oh, what's you my door?" "I ain't doing anything." "So if I walked every day, I hit my head." The room is smaller, and the scroll used to be bigger. Merlin's mushrooms. They say that they cast a spell on the castle instead of the watermelon. Oh God, that's bad. Okay, remember if I said that, hopefully they don't shrink the castle. They're shrinking the castle. Oh my God. I'm done. I'm done. I can't leave. I'm the reviewer. I can't leave. So anyways, Sophia is, saying that, they're arguing, said, You know, I can fix this, trust me. The last time I trusted you did this! For the millionth time, that was not my fault. And said, you messed up that purple smoke serum. And Sofia said, I thought it was white. And Cliff said, saw it started purple, I'm sure of it. So maybe something happened. So I go back to fix it, or to see it. And some abstract says, Mom and Dad always bought you brand new ones, and lucky me, I got stuck with your hand-me-downs. How are they talking about that? I have no clue. Or what that has to do with anything. Is he going to blame it on the wands now? I don't know. So they find out that Cordelia, when she bumped into the table, she mixed the hair with the smoke serum. So the castle was getting small and said, I can think you got my space. Ugh, I'd love nothing more. So they show us that before Cedric cast spell, I'd rather not want to watch myself be like, oh, look how beautiful my hair was. Watch this smoke serum carefully. I bumped the table and mixed the potions. I was the bungler, and you blamed me all these years. Fix the castle, I believe you can. Said, what am I do is more Drindle dust. Oh, we still got some. Top to red. Oh, no, the left. I can't reach my fingers. And Callista grabbed it and said, Google, now give the Drindle dust to your uncle. Drindle dust and mixed brew. Undo this that we never meant to do. So Roland comes in there and is mad at Cedric, but she said, I did it. You know, you shouldn't always assume everything is his fault. Well, that's weird to hear coming from you. So now they know what potions caused her hair change, they can fix it. So then said, Dwindle dust, your grandma's sister's hair, I knew. And it's law. Honestly, I think she looks better with the wig. That's not the thumbnail. The thumbnail is going to be actually the picture with Cedric, Cordelia, Tilly, and Roland. I love that scene. So that's going to be a thumbnail. Anyways, thank you so much. And that's it for myself. Here's 32 moments. They're going to try to spell outside. Yeah, so that's it for myself. Here's 32 moments. Season 4, episode 8 or 9. I forgot, unfortunately, but it will be in the name. Do looking backlash to Stitcher channel. Don't forget to use code ASMLG if you want to support the channel and check out his Pokemon do moments. But until next time, then I'm Jordan Morris, and we don't talk about Bruno. No. We don't talk about Bruno. Bye, and I'll see you in the next video.